Hello, hi. This is a really awkward angle to start a recording from, but I had to fix the internet on my Switch. Well, we don't get to see anybody's posts right now, for better or for worse. I'm not gone. I can see the chat the whole time. I know you wouldn't be observing, but still, it'd be weird. Yes, I need to connect to the internet. Cool? I don't know about that. Oh, you know what? When you mention throwing chairs like DK, there was a song, one of the songs I was thinking about playing before stream, and you just reminded me what it is. But I'm not gonna say it because I gotta save it. Oh no. Morri Towers! I'm losing it, Pearl. Morri Towers. Oh, Splatoon is in League. Is anybody around who wants to play League with me? So I don't have to play Morri Towers. I don't know if you're familiar with the SpongeBob episode with Weenie Hut Juniors, but my disdain for Morri Towers, I always express in the same tone as Weenie Hut Juniors, Morri Towers. Boss isn't even Animal Crossing Bob, unless he's like wearing sunglasses. Whatever, cool cat. Fish. I feel like I'm playing with fire, looking at the posts in the square. If I see posts with like bad language and stuff, I do report them, because, you know, squiddos play this game. Is that, the Neko thing from Fate? I don't actually know what it's called. Neko Arc something? Where's Carrie? She would know. You cannot draw, or wait, you cannot... Wait, draw LMAO, is that what it says? I don't know, I can't read cursive. That's very good though. Cephalorock always does good art. Haven't played in a while, oh dear, you can do it. Gum gum. Cool squids support the right to bodily autonomy. Absolutely. I don't know if your name's gonna be allowed though. Anyway, whatever, let's do some turf. Mega Morri Towers, no! Yeah. I guess I'll just pop into a rank, or not ranked, no. Regular battle. I hope folks are doing well tonight. I hope the volume's good too. Let me know if we got a fix. I had not a good weekend, let's say, and not a good last couple days at work. So I'm very out of it. Please bear with me. Morri are always out of it. Yeah, well. But Morri, by censoring the bad language and or adult-themed posts, you're destroying the last remnant of Miiverse culture and everything cursed about it. Come on, Miiverse culture will never die when we still get posts like, why can't Metroid crawl? Or, what was that other one? Like, does anyone else think Luigi is kind of hot? Or, of course, the frequently imitated, never topped, my parents left me at Best Buy. Hey Theta, hey Nando, a twofer. Also, preemptively ripped Theta, with Endwalker's pending release. Where you going? Where you going, Roller? Oh, they weren't there at all. That's what I deserve. There they go. Oh. Things are going horribly for you as well. That is not consolation. No, I don't want things to go horribly for anybody. What do you mean, what? Aren't we gonna, like, lose you to Endwalker? And many, many other people. I'd like to catch up on Final Fantasy XIV someday. Man, the time sink. And I'll see, you know what it is? I realize is that it's... Like, you know, when I get home from work and I want to play, something to chill, I feel like it's hard to chill with a game like that if I'm doing, like, dungeons and stuff, because I feel like I have to be on. I have to be sociable. There's a certain level of communication required of me. And it's like, that's what I gotta do at my job all day. Now I have to be nice to randos for no pay? I mean, granted, I can cast Holy, which I can't do at work because it's against the dress code. Oh. Oh no, Zarthmop, I'm sorry. I mean, I know I can only do so much in my position as a streamer, but I hope at least this provides you some company and some comfort. That's rough. Oh, you won't even be home, really? Not for Endwalker? I'm shocked. Well, I know some people who had taken time off specifically to play Endwalker, and then they, you know, had to bump back the release date. And so I knew a few people that their holiday plans got all messed up. It's like, well, I took days off work to play Endwalker, but no, it's not going to be out. Oh no. You're fond of the Miiverse user who is enthusiastic about video game water. I don't remember that one. I'm sure I've seen it. There's also the one that was from Super Mario 3D World. Something about, like, their parents are fighting. You're flying out to take an exam for the police academy. Whoa. You gotta fly out to do that? Also, I think we lost. Well, I'm glad I can make you feel better. Even if this isn't making me feel better. I wonder if JD Rock and JK Bomber know each other. Or if it's just happenstance that they happen to be J-names and shouting. Mushroom Kingdom brags on Luigi, but the guy has his own mansion. Real estate is a sound investment. I think canonically, what was the canonical ending of Luigi's Mansion based on his house in Luigi's Mansion 2? Like, it was a modest domicile. No hiccups. Don't do this to me now. Man, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna dress. Not for function, but for form. Where are my shoes? There are my shoes. At least I'll be fashionable here. Kelly, is that you? Oh, hi, Kapotiko. Yeah, again, I'm glad this can offer you some solace, Zarthmop. That's just, oh, it's such an awful thing to go through. I'm sorry, my avatar is making this wildly inappropriate face. Miiverse. In some ways, I kind of miss it. Like, it feels like if you make a post, on the square, the plaza here, I don't know what determines whether or not it shows up for other people. Like, I could tell if I made a Miiverse post and it wound up showing up in, well, it was in Copley Square back in the day, but if it wound up showing up in someone else's square, just by, I don't want to say the engagement that it gets, but, you know, if a post got like 2 yeahs versus like 100, like, ah, this showed up in someone's square. Please, I'm streaming. Can I do something competent? That would be nice. Although I suppose I should set myself up for failure by wearing an outfit that's all about fashion over function, but that's okay. Because I look cool. I look very dapper. Oh no. Okay, good. It didn't set up my ink mine. I didn't even look at what you were using at the start, Kelly. Are you using a roller? I always associate you with rollers. In fact, I don't know. Have I seen you use anything else? It's been so long since I've seen you play Splatoon. Oh. Don't do that. I remember I have all this quick super jump. I should try and take advantage of that somehow. No, come back. Oh, you're out of ink. I feel kind of bad for them. Well, I hope things go better this week. Not just for you, Zarthmont, but for, hey, everyone too. Please no shoot. I mean, that's the whole point of the game, I know, is shoot. But in this particular direction... Oh, please no shoot. Thank you. Oh no, their brush has vanished into the ether. I feel like this has been happening a lot lately. I played some the previous week on Wednesday, and so many disconnects. I don't feel good about this. I don't like encroaching on the enemy team if they're missing someone. If this happens, I tend to just go back and ink turf, and I only engage them if they try and splat me. Like that. Sorry. Sorry. That feels so unsporting. Ugh. Oh, my eyes watering again. Don't do that. Ugh. I wonder if we'll get another cat for Splatoon 3. Like, an even littler Judd. Or a dog. Has Judd personally encountered any salmonid before? Since you're gonna have a little small fry buddy in the story mode for 3. Would Judd try and eat it? But then he seems to resist the temptation of all the other sea creatures around him. Although I don't know if an inkling would have the same flavor profile as your average squid. Oh, hey, Boogie. Welcome. Super huge, Judd. Oh, now you're talking. Bean toes for days. Just imagine all the shedding, though. Because it's, you know, getting colder in the year that my cat Cosmo has been shedding a lot, prepping for his winter coat. And you pet him, and just like you get this little clump of fur stuck to your hand after a while. I mean, it's not as bad as some previous cats we've had, where there would be like little tumbleweeds of fluff you'd just find in corners of the house, but it's still a lot of fuzz. As soon as I take stuff out of the dryer, boom, cat fur everywhere. Bow Bow shedding in preparation for summer. Same hat, same cat. Not quite same that. I don't know where I'm going with that. I don't have to be clever and tired. As I said, long weekend, long couple days at work. Hi, Boogie. Oh, that's not Boogie. They had the top knot. Oh. Their bucket vanished. I was wondering where they went. Well, that's not good. Anyway, yeah, tired. Bad couple days at work. Oh, I didn't fall off. We're good. We're good. I had to administer more of self-injected medication like I had to do a couple weeks ago. It went better this time because I only have to do 1 dose. I wasn't stuck on a video call with a nurse staring at me for the duration. So I could put on some like distracting video in the background. But it's still not a pleasant sensation. I keep thinking that guy's name is Chet Rippo, like from Paper Mario, and I get disappointed when I remember it's not. You're just here for lunch? Totally cool. Please enjoy your lunch. Eat your food. Congrats on finishing Nano, by the way. I don't know if any of the rest of you did NaNoWriMo this year. I kind of wanted to, but so much life got in the way. And I think trying to go into it without any sort of plan would just be an exercise in frustration. One of these days, though. I used to write a lot. And even like for a couple of years I would write something at least once a day. But I think part of it is that I never really put it anywhere. So for me, a big impetus of making art is being able to share it with other people. And I've always been really embarrassed, well, of my original creations in general, but especially my writing. You don't know what that is? NaNoWriMo, or National Novel Writing Month. where in essence the goal is to get to 50,000 words through the month of November. Doesn't have to be good professional grade prose, you just have to write it. And it's something I know a lot of people do every year. Boogie has been, what is this, your 15th victory? Yeah, original writing is more difficult to share than original art. It feels like you're putting more of yourself out there. You're gonna get Splatoon this weekend? Ooh. Well, my Switch friend code is on my Twitter page, which is Moriarty Switch. So if you pick it up, feel free to add me. Oh, I remember back when you did Nano Joe. Oh, hi Rocket. That's Kelly's dog. You'd participate in that? I mean, you could always do it in December, make your own little goal. And you'd have an extra day! Unfair advantage, really. Oh, I'm reading this comment really late about Joe's cat Merlin, who had long white hair, and everything you owned got long white hairs on it. Even if Merlin never came into contact with it, somehow it would get white hairs on it. That is just how being around cats is. Oh, you know what? I didn't know... Well, I've heard of Camp Nano in passing, but if I was asked to describe it, I wouldn't know. So Nano in the middle of the year, but you can set your goal. Oh. You've achieved 50,000 in a month a couple more times? Holy smokes, Boogie. Wow. I think it'd definitely be a good exercise, because the biggest hurdle for writing is just getting started, getting something out there. And I know whenever I do write something, the first draft is always garbo. But it's a draft. It exists, and that's way better than having nothing. You know, even if you can't do much, a little is better than nothing. Like, the nice thing about the weekend, like Friday and Thursday too, I got really long, brisk walks in, which is nice, but today I wasn't feeling too great, and I didn't. And I beat myself up for stuff like that a lot. But you know, like, even if I can only get like a tiny bit of exercise in, which for today was just like all the heavy lifting I have to do at work in the morning. Oh, carrying all these 30-pound boxes. It's still better than nothing. Just stopping the moon from hitting the earth as you do. It's too powerful. You're all powerful in your own way. Okay, the ultra stamps over there, that's fine. Man, sometimes it feels like this thing needs a lot of hits to splat someone, but I think it's also because it's a shotgun blast, so... Oh, Kelly! For you, the biggest hurdle when it comes to writing isn't coming up with ideas, but writing them out. Oh, that's also a big one. For me, there's that. Also, I never know how to end things. It's more like I don't like endings. They just, make me sad. You know the feeling when you've been playing a game for a long time and then you finally get to the end game portion and you kind of stall, and in some cases you don't wind up finishing the game even when you write at the ending? I do that. Because it just feels very bittersweet. You don't plan anything. You have a big wing everything mentality. Oh yeah, that's my strategy. Like, I'll have like a basic idea of what I want to do, but everything else is just skin of my teeth. And that's how I work best. I'm also a notorious procrastinator, and I do everything best last minute too. Although when it comes to writing, it's not until my second draft, or second pass rather, that things actually get funny and readable. You did a lot of padding in your nanos. Just describe food for a page. Well, it's still something. Who is still in here with me? They're not moving. Can I go stare at like their taxidermied form? Oh, it's like they're trying to tunnel to the other side of the earth. I'm surprised it hasn't booted me out yet. Oh, there we go. Moon hitting Earth, of course, got you thinking about Majora's Mask, as you do, and you realize you have a very unusual Majora's Mask take. Yes, I would like to hear this. I'm gonna just swap my gear. This is a good look, but now I don't feel like it. What do I want to use? It's my usual roller gear. Yeah, I know I'm using main power up. I do feel like a filthy hypocrite. Thanks. You find Majora's Mask comforting, even though that's the antithesis of the experience. Something about it makes you feel nice. Huh. That's interesting. I wouldn't mind hearing more of that if you can find out maybe like a reason why it might give you a comforting feeling. For me, Majora's Mask, I think it's a great game, but it's so stressful to play for me personally. Not just the time limit, but... Oh, thank you, fan of you. It's just the feeling of the world ending and everybody sort of on the brink of despair or in denial in some cases, and people being unable to let go and move on. And I don't know, there's so much in that game that makes me feel this deep sadness, which is a testament to the storytelling power in Majora's Mask. But also it makes it a not fun, I don't know, maybe fun isn't the right word, but it's not a relaxing, escapist experience, which is what I like from my video games. Yeah, I know, my horrible NPU. They're not clogs exactly. Geta. They're Geta. Part of it could be nostalgia, but you think it's also the vibes of Clocktown. Hello, Chris. Welcome. The fact you can reset time actually makes it much less stressful. I'm gonna get splatted by these dualies if I'm trying to read chat, but that's okay. I've been mostly reading chat anyway. Hang on. I want to read this thing about Majora's Mask. Since you know you can always return to that safe first day if something goes wrong. You know, that's a good way of looking at it. I never thought about it that way. I mean, I always felt this sadness in that even if you put forth so much effort into helping these people, bettering their lives, improving their situations, improving their connections, like say the Romani sisters or Cafe and Anju, that when you turn back time, then it all goes back to zero. I mean, of course, unless you get, you know, the golden ending of the game with all the masks, but aside from that, you know, it's just having to watch everything go back to what it once was despite your efforts. There's a certain sadness to that, too. I hope we're not still getting connection issues, but sometimes Splatoon just be that way. Yeah, see that delay on the splat there? So much chaos. That's what I like about Splatoon, though. Like, it's almost zen in its chaos. Oh. They knew that I knew they were there. It also doesn't help that you sometimes want to write something with impact and drama, but you struggle when it comes to slow-paced material, which is why you mainly stick to fast-paced comedies. That's always been my forte as well. Or I feel like if I try and do something more impactful or thoughtful, that I'll just wind up looking silly. I remember back in school. Yeah, that's... okay. Again. Well, I guess less splat, more chat, huh? Back in school, whenever I had to do writing projects, even from a young age, I would get made fun of by my peers for my more whimsical takes on stories. I think I'm sure I've shared it in a stream forever ago, but I remember back in 2nd grade for a project, we all had to make our own little storybooks. And our teacher, I think her name was Mrs. Schwan, then took all the storybooks and read them out to the class. And she got to mine, and she read the title out. Like, she looked at the book and went, So it was called The Adventures of Dinky Dragon and Danny Dinosaur. Don't laugh at me. I was in 2nd grade. You can laugh a little bit. And she read it out like, Dinky Dragon and Danny Dinosaur. And that has been huge as very good. That has been burned into my brain ever since. Even aside from that, I remember in school we have to use we have to do these provincial exams at I can't talk, grade 3, grade 6, grade 9, and I believe for my 9th grade one, there's a writing portion for the language arts one, which is like English and whatnot. So what the prompt we got was teen leadership. We had to write something about teen leadership, and all like the little clip art they put in to inspire us was stuff of like teenagers washing cars and, you know, doing charity work and like mentoring their peers or whatever. So I wound up writing about a superhero where her goal was to defeat some guy that was responsible for making teenagers feel apathy and laziness. You know, people love to complain about lazy teenagers. And I mentioned that to some of my peers after the fact, that that's what I wound up writing about. And of course, they all made fun of me for it. What do you mean you wrote about a superhero? Like, that was the worst possible thing I could have done. That alliteration game at 2nd grade, well, thank you, Capotico. I'm glad that at least some people approve, even if my 2nd grade teacher didn't. I know, right? You hated writing in high school because the English teacher always said you couldn't actually know a bigger word if you used it. But obviously you knew it, that's why you used it. Ugh, that's so demoralizing. It's like they don't believe you for being naturally well-read and clever. Watching while playing Rainbow Six Siege, man, that's such a... I mean, they're both shooters and all, but just the difference in aesthetics from this and Rainbow Six is hysterical to think about. Again? Why does this keep happening? I don't know what's going on, my friends. I still got, like, full bars. Yeah. What is happening? Well, I guess for now we can appreciate the view of Morri Towers. I think I'm going to try one more time, and if it's still not cooperating, maybe I'll just go on to single player. I know they say this is supposed to be a parking garage, but what kind of lunatic would park here? With all these teenagers flinging ink everywhere. Parking garage, we call it a parkade here in Canada. Yeah, my peers had no taste, right? Such a boring topic. Oh good, I'm free from purgatory. Sounds good, something you would read? Well, thank you. I just wish I didn't have all of these formative experiences. Actually, I think my 3rd grade provincial exam, I also wrote about superheroes. So I think, and I was also made fun of my peers for it. I distinctly remember that. Oh, come on! I can't believe they're banning me. They're putting me in gay baby jail because I got disconnected. But yeah, so even to this day, I'm very embarrassed about my own writing, and I'm really reluctant to share it, especially my original stuff. I have a lot, but I just keep it all locked away. Remind you about a story you wrote for your environmental science class where a young boy fights against contributors of greenhouse gases with the power of fruits and vegetables. Heck, yeah. See, that's the kind of creativity I love. Your teacher disliked you and was awful in a lot of ways, but the vocab challenges are what made you maddest. I would be too. That's, like, it's undermining you. You know, like, why do you not have faith in your students' abilities to learn? You actually had a college teacher who was once so impressed with a fiction short story, she used it as an example for other classes, and while embarrassing was also flattering. That's so cool, Capotico. I mean, I know you write for a living, so I lost my words. I was gonna say something like, that's to be expected, but that sounds like I'm downplaying your achievement, and I shouldn't be. Why is my camera wigging out? 1 second. Nah. Okay. There we go. Am I still in jail? I'm definitely still in jail. Jailed for octo crimes. 4 minutes. Okay. Would it let me in the salmon run? Man, it's not even my fault. I got full bars. Yeah, I don't want my cameras wigging out. I guess I'm just wriggly today. Yeah, I can't even go to Grizzco. Wow. What was it you wrote about, if you remember, Kitty? You don't have to share the whole details if you're not comfortable doing that. GS Standard also does some good work. A blobfish. You ever see what a blobfish actually looks like? I mean, this is what it looks like when it's on land, but because it's a deep sea creature, that it normally relies on the intense pressure of deep waters to hold its shape together. So it doesn't naturally look like Mr. Saturn after you've popped it with a pin. Another I can't draw. You drew that heart. That's something. Are you okay? I don't know if they're trying to write sus, but it looks like SOS. I wish I had my old Switch back. I was a level 157 on Splatoon 2, but nope, it broke in half. How? Hi, did you bring a light? Welcome. Of course there's going to be an Among Us post. I'm not in turf right now because we kept having connection errors, even though I got full bars. Oh, Grizzco isn't open because it's not salmon run time. Dang. It's almost always salmon run time these days. You began writing creatively on a regular basis by posting fanfics on Miiverse. Is there enough space to do that? Oh, you don't actually write for a living. 1 minute. Oh, come on, let me back in. Your primary job, I didn't pay well. Man, people don't pay their artists and writers enough. It frustrates me that creativity is so often, I don't want to say frowned upon, but it's, you know, like people want you to nurture your passions, but also, you know, turn your hobby into a job, make money, hustle, and also you're not making enough money out of it. Art isn't a viable career choice, etc., etc. Yeah, how can a switch break in half? If you can snap a switch out of anger, I would be very impressed. And there's this part of the back of my brain thinking, am I strong enough to snap a switch in half? But no, I'm not. Not even as a joke. I would never. I think I'm decently pretty strong, though. Come on. Too much Pokemon Snap. It became literal. I want to play new Pokemon Snap at some point, which, by the way, boy, they really phoned in that title, huh? New Pokemon Snap is the best they could do. You're gonna check if you're strong enough? No, don't. At least get the Switch with someone you don't like. Please do not. Do not. I am not endorsing violence. This is me shaking my head. No. Do not break. No snap. I was trying to think of what's the verb to break in Japanese, and I can't think of what it is. Don't break your switches or other people's switches. You're back. Did you break a switch in half? Pokemon Snap to the future was right there. See, that's the kind of stuff you should be getting paid big bucks for, Kapotoko. Well, DJ Octavio. Spoilers. Well, not really. It was from the first game. Your Miiverse fanfics are more or less quick screenplays that were spread across multiple posts in a comment thread and would be written over the span of several days, especially towards the end of Miiverse. That's interesting. It makes me think of the kind of like high concept art project you might see from art school students where you're just putting a lot of time and effort into like a dying medium, knowing like, I don't know, something about like how ephemeral art is. I'm not explaining this well, but like there's a good mission statement to be made in there. by someone who is a little more articulate than me right now, playing colorful Squid Games. What about potatoes? I just look over and I see potatoes. Potatoes. Oh, okay. What are my teammates' names? Oh, you're right. Well, sort of. I think it's funny when people use characters and other alphabets in their names for aesthetic reasons, because thinking about how they would actually be pronounced makes me laugh. I'm not sure what character that aesthetic A in the potatoes or the E actually is, though. But I think it's funny. What are you doing over there? Squish. Oh, what the... Did I not... What is happening? Am I still getting weird connection errors? I think so. Musical note, potatoes, musical note. Oh, thank you! I don't feel like I've been playing very well on stream, because I'm reading the chat most of the time. So I'm a lot more distracted than I would normally be. Yeah, there's a disconnect. Yeah, see how their splat is really delayed. My favorite is when you think you've won a firefight, but then you walk away from them, and then 2 seconds later you just seemingly explode randomly, and the kill cam shows like the person at their spawn point. Yeah, the main power up on my Gaeta make it a little easier to one-hit splat people with the Flanger roller, just because it increases my damage output a little bit. Since the damage done by rollers varies quite a bit, depending on sort of where in the flow of ink you are. I love disconnects. Chat is aiding me. Your words ensure that I end up becoming so unpredictable that enemies can't track my movement. The perfect metagame. Oh. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on in Turf tonight. Well, I mean, I'd like to have at least one good match free of disconnects, but... What do you mean upgrade my gear to do that? Do what? Make people spontaneously explode? Oh, I'm never in control of the situation. Never. Well, as you can see, our roller at the bottom, Holy Bell, disconnected early into the match, so it was only 3 of us. Yeah, Splattershot pros with main power up are evil. I hate encountering them. Sometimes Boogie and I play League together, and those are the worst things to encounter. It throws me off, too, because I've been playing so long that I sort of have a good sense for a weapon's range when I'm up against them. And I kind of know what I can get away with in terms of eating hits. The thing with main power up on a Splattershot Pro is that it decreases the damage fall off, basically meaning that normally if you're standing a certain distance away, it does less damage when it hits you, but that fall off vanishes if they stack enough main power up. So I think, oh, you know, I could eat a couple hits from back here. No. Hi, Dak. Welcome. Yokoso e taco. Well, I can't really say Taco Tuesday in Japanese, but Takaioli doesn't really work either. That's right, I'm reverse rigging to cover my tracks. I should play, I don't know, Sea of Thieves or something at some point, because there's a ship in there with multiple ships with rigging. What are you doing? Oh. That was not really an effective use of Tenta missiles. Yeah, there's some weird lag going on, because that should just splat them. Oh well. Don't... I was gonna say don't throw the whole Morri is rigging Mario Party theory out the window, but I mean, I can let that go. I think I can let that go. Seriously. Taco... Taco Skyolby? It should be just taco. Not, you don't need that sit in there. What's the difference between in-laws and outlaws? One is wanted and the other isn't. Except phrased funnier. That's gotta be it, right? I got it right? Oh, yeah! Outlaws are wanted. Ah! That was the good phrasing I needed. I guess for the uninitiated, the reason my stream is titled Taco Tuesday is because taco is Japanese for octopus. Sadly, I don't have an ika, which is squid pun. But that's okay, because I'm playing as an octoling right now. Whoa. Yeah, there's some weird lag going on. If your name is Axel, you have a harder time convincing people you're not a gamer. Have a good one, Jacob. Thank you for joining us. Every time you hear Axel, you think Streets of Rage. How many people these days think Kingdom Hearts, I wonder? What about Guns N' Roses? Looks like it's not spelled the same. Man, I'm not doing too well. I think I need to switch over to single player. There's enough weird connection foibles that I don't know, man. You can't stop picturing me playing Sea of Thieves and trying to sail up to another ship to greet them, only to crash into them, sinking both mine and theirs in the process. Come on, I'd only sink theirs. Unless their ship was superior to mine, in which case, I don't know, I would just simply steal it. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2, no. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but open world games don't tend to be my jam. Because I tend to find them... 374, what are you doing? Jeez, that's okay. I tend to find them a little overwhelming in the sense that there's so many places you can go and so many things you can do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do more turf because it's got to put me in not Morri Towers at least once, right? I guess it's been Mako Mart a couple times, but I don't want to end in Morri Towers. You think Crazy Taxi? Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2? What do you think of it, if so? Maybe it's not as intimidatingly open-worldy as I'm thinking of. No, I don't like Morri Towers, which I'm sure I'm in the minority of. For me, one of the reasons I hate it is that the weapon I like facing off against the least is the E-Leader. Particularly in Splatoon 1, where you would just encounter E-Leaders that stack damage up endlessly. And they're very prevalent in Morri Towers, and it's boring going up against opponents that just stand in one place and snipe you all the time, and oftentimes Morri Towers would be filled with sniping E-Leaders. And I like short-range weapons, so it's just a matter of principle, they annoy me. You played the first one ages ago but weren't a fan. I've heard the second one is much better. For you, when you play open world games, your biggest issue is resisting the urge to go on murderous rampages? Well, it depends on whether or not you can kill, like, plot-critical NPCs or not. Oh. It's really good you cried at the end. Well, see, now you've got me intrigued. Played it 4 times. Wow. That's a pretty good recommendation. I guess the other thing is that, you know, presumably as a very open world game, it would be a big time sink. It's like so many games, not enough time. No, don't do the fling. You have a friend who uses it as a hunting and fishing simulator, and that's it. Huh. You know, in that sense, it makes you think of Animal Crossing a little bit. Just in that they're using it for a very laid-back purpose. Too many games, they should have stopped after E.T. Oh. If they were hunting in Animal Crossing, it'd be a very different game. I saw a ways back someone had done it. It was very well done. And like they had a formula to it. It was a video about which Animal Crossing villager is the most edible. Again, like they had a formula for it. Things like they would be rated more if they were, say, free range, like jock villagers, and less if they were lazy villagers. Or if they were based off of actual food. Or if they were livestock animals. And the worst ones would be ones that are, like, say, inedible. Like Sprocket. Or, what's the name? Dell, the gator that's based off of, like, Space Battleship Yamato. But yeah, I don't remember what the video was called. Maybe it's just which Animal Crossing villager is the most edible. Oh, I did tell you, okay. Yeah, Chatter is number 1. Yeah, Criterion was the less cute the better because you're not going to feel as bad. I mean, but also on the other end of the scale, you don't want something that looks so inedible that you just couldn't bring yourself to do it. Like, whatever Jambette is, nobody is putting that in their mouth. No! I am not promoting that. No. Okay, I'm just gonna do single player. I wonder what the texture of that octopus mantle, like the afro you see at the very bottom there, I wonder what the texture of it is like. Like, it looks springy, right? But I've also seen if you equip the golden hairpin, if you equip the golden hairpin, which is where, that's not my headgear. Yeah, if you equip the golden toothpick, then it sticks in, so evidently you can put stuff in it. Puncture the top, as it were. Okay, I'm gonna switch accounts now. Whoa, action 52. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. There you go, my impromptu rendition of the Cheetah Men theme. I don't know. I wasn't promoting it. Didn't they bank on making Cheetah Men a franchise to compete with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I don't remember offhand. That sounds very likely. No! Look, I'm not here to shame anyone in my chat, but I don't want to have anything to do with that, personally. Cheetah Man would have been cool. I wonder, like, what goes on when people design barely functioning games like that. Like, did the people in charge of making Cheetah Man feel like, yeah, I have a big hit on my hands. You know, this is something I'm really passionate about. Cheetah Men for Smash. Oh yeah, before I forget, I did go back and pick up some of the scrolls that I missed, although then I realized I think I didn't get the ones for like stages 11 or 13. Yeah, 13, which I went ahead and did. But that's okay. So we'll have a look at the ones we missed. A shockwave struck while one young lady was performing at the recent Youth Folk Singing Contest, doing damage to the venue. Fortunately, no one was injured. Gee, who is this little lady with the crown? I wonder. Music heads are still buzzing over that legendary underground show 2 years ago. Anyone lucky enough to catch DJ Octavio's opening set and the Squid Sisters headlining had their minds blown and their lives changed that night. Oh, who is that? Jamming out in the middle. Up on the upper right. I don't know, never seen her before. We're moving! Ammo Knights will be moving to a new location soon. Many thanks to our loyal customers for your support. I like this Microsoft clip art font they got going on. We read that one. What could have happened to the two embracing? No matter how one loves, there are always different aims. Love can take a great many forms, whatever the era. If I had an instrument with me, I could probably sound out what that music is. But I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head. Many travelers find themselves in Inkopolis Square at some point in their journey. Youth from far-flung seas gather in this colorful hub of comings, goings, meetings, and farewells. And like little ticket stub. It's just the world building in this delights me. And we read this one already. Look at little squid in the bottom right. There he goes. That's me after playing badly. But that's okay. As I said, it's been a rough week, and I'm still reeling a little after having to give myself an injection earlier. That wasn't fun. The word art's so good. I wonder if they must have like an Inkling font, right? Like a Hylian font that they would have created for this game. Oh, cool. I will take that. What I really want to know is how to achieve the Inkling vocal effect. But, like, I've seen videos of how people do it, the sort of, but they have to, like, pre-process, or rather they have to take sounds and then process them heavily to get the Inkling voice effect. So it's not like I could just have, say, a filter on a voice recording program. Goodbye. It's gone. And then just switch that on and then sound like an Inkling. Having to give yourself an injection must be rough. It's not pleasant. Let's say that. It was definitely, it didn't go as badly the second time. Well, not that it went bad the first time, but I know my body's response, come on, to that kind of thing is to get really lightheaded and nauseous. So thankfully I didn't get as lightheaded and nauseous as I did the first time. But where am I going? I'm sorry. I'm chatting aimlessly and not being productive. That was... Hang on. That was embarrassing. Okay. 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 Hang on, I'm gonna pay attention for a second and actually find where I'm going, instead of just yammering like a fool. There's nothing like down here. No, I don't think so. Okay. A real weapon. The single player mode is a good place to practice charger. Oh, is there anything even good in this crate? What is that? Oh, there's a stage here. That's good. There might have been one next to me back there too, but that's fine. You read a thing. You bet if you had like main stage or something, you could do it live. I'm gonna pay attention for a second. Morri programmer. That's it. Programmer. Ugh. Yeah, I'll use your dang gun, Sheldon. I did get the shot speed upgraded while I was doing my Miss Sunken Scroll collecting off screen. So there's that. Actually feels usable now. Yeah, barely paying any attention. That's me all the time. You folks see how distracted I am. Like, on a regular basis. Do I really need to fight these guys, thinking about it? Well, you know what I should unlock is curling bombs. I got a lot of power eggs. I could probably go unlock curling bombs after this. Doiling. This kind of reminds me of something. I don't know what. It's just a nebulous feeling of that it reminds me of something. Like some old game I played back on the Super Nintendo. Is there anything useful down there aside from that armor? I don't think so. Yoing. Behind you? Is there anything good behind you? Oh, I'll take the Sardinium. Is that worth it for 10 power eggs? Yeah. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us. Have a good whatever else it is you're going to do tonight. Unless it's sleep. Well, no, have a good sleep too. No, I curse you all with bad dreams. Whoa, hello! Greetings from Mexico. Hola. I wish my Spanish was better. Nihongo ga hanashimasu ka? Alas. Spanish seems like such a cool language, though. Come here, please. Oh no, I don't hate sleep. I need an unfortunate amount of it, though. I'm always very tired. Just sleep. Oh, I missed the big pack. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, I missed the big one again. Whatever, I'm just gonna go for it. Whoa! No, the little cans of caviar. Whatever. Onion rings. I'll take that. Anything else down here? No, I've already got the sardine and the sunken skull. We're good. I always wish that I had more opportunities to try and speak or learn another language. I remember a couple years ago, a former coworker of mine, there was a customer that came in who English wasn't their first language, and they were really struggling to order. I think it was actually Spanish. That I guess my coworker probably picked it out based on their accent or something, that their primary language was Spanish. And my coworker was pretty fluent, so she busted it out. And they were able to have a very smooth transaction and a whole conversation in Spanish. And that's so cool. I wish I had that kind of ability where if someone came in and English wasn't their primary language, that I could switch to something they are more comfortable with. You know, and have a conversation where they feel like they're at home. These must be photographs taken by some young adult Inklings. Are these so-called twinklings trying to convince their peers that their lives are exciting and full of meaning? Or are they trying to convince themselves? Wow, avocado toast. This is why Inklings aren't buying houses. I love the little foam in the latte in the shape of a squid. That's very cute. Inkstagram. Where did the egg come from? Don't think about it too hard. The stage is the worst if you're a completionist. This one? You mean like doing it with all the weapons? You speak 3 languages. Whoa, what do you speak? Do the rest of you happen to speak any other languages? I think that's so cool. I mean, you've heard I can speak some Japanese because it's something I've been learning off and on for a few years now. Okay, there's this platform that's going to stop. But I wouldn't say I'm fluent because I don't get to use it very often, so my vocabulary still needs a lot of work. I did try, like a few years ago, joining this Japanese conversation group in hopes of improving my proficiency, but then I realized that I get burned out and feel really uncomfortable socializing with people in English. So having to do that with the pressure of another language on there, and I realized this is not a conducive way for me to learn. Oh, the part where you try to fall through the squid rings, you can never do them all. Not accurate, no selfies. Oh, it's a bucket. Sorry. A fantastic profit margin. You tried to do that minimally while in retail. You took a couple high school classes and have a good friend who speaks Spanish, so you can make minimal conversation with the Mexican-heavy population in your general area. That's so cool. What do you mean it's them? What do you mean this place is creeptastic, Marie? I love the lighting here. Looks so cool. As a teenager, you knew Papua New Guinea Pidgin, but you've lost it now since you don't have anyone to speak it with. I remember you mentioning that you spoke Pidgin in your youth, but I didn't know it was specifically the Papua New Guinea variety. That's really cool. Can I make it? No. Oh. I guess I could lure the sponge over, but it's just armor. there's anything else that I need here, yeah? Is that important, though? I don't know. Are we gonna come over here? I'm not sure if it goes here in its patrol. Or can I eat the sides of it? Come on. Oh, I can't eat the sides, but of course it wasn't... You know what? Nah. Let's just move on. Oh, English, Spanish. Oh, you're from Guatemala. Wow. I kind of wonder, like, if the Spanish that's taught in schools in North America, I assume it's more akin to the Spanish spoken in Mexico, since, you know, it's North America and all that. But I wonder if they also teach, you know, Spain Spanish. I wouldn't be able to pinpoint the differences between them if I heard them, though. Since I've heard Spanish spoken very rarely. Is there anything I need in this area? Aside from the key? Yeah, let's just press on. Your mind's repressed your knowledge of French after years of having to suffer with it. I keep telling myself, you know, learn more French, learn more French. So I had an aptitude for it back in school, because French is mandatory here in elementary school. Since Canada is officially bilingual and all that. And I believe if you need to do, like, work for the government, or have any sort of political job, you need to be fluent in French and English. Which makes sense, you know, you gotta be able to interact with the entire country and not just part of it. I know, like, Canadian, like, Quebecois French is a lot harsher, rougher than Parisian French. There's more slang, as my mom taught me. And also, like, all the swears, because, of course, my mom taught me all the swears. Not that I use them, but they're all in reference to the Catholic Church. Like, my mom mentioned one of her best friends growing up came from a French family, and she would always hear her dad cursing tabernacle, which is just a, I guess, tabernacle? I've never heard the English one pronounced out loud, but it's that in French, and it's not inherently a bad word, but she said it's kind of like taking God's name in vain, so that's why it's considered a swear in French, and now you know. I know that one. Did you bring a light? My brother said once he was on a school outdoor trip, and it was, I guess, canoeing or riding rapids or something with his classmates, and he heard a girl swear using that word, and she was apparently expecting no one to know what it meant, but he did, and she was like, oh, busted. You learn Latin American Spanish in school, but they also did teach you European Spanish-specific words as a side note. Oh! European Spanish uses a different word from you than Latin American Spanish does. Oh-ho? I really hope, like, one isn't considered, like, normal, friendly in one language, but is considered casual to the point of rude in the other. The Spanish version of that particular swear is almost the same. That's cool. I mean, the same root language, right? They're all Romance languages. I had a coworker years ago who was learning, I believe, French and Italian and Spanish simultaneously. Maybe not all three of them. She was also learning Japanese. And even, like, just two of those, like French and Italian, were confusing because they're very similar in some ways. In a lot of ways, really. So it's easy to get the vocabulary mixed up. Oh, the European Spanish word for you. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, more charger, nice. I should also mention that her first language was Korean, so English was her second language, and she was pretty good at that. So she was already fluent in English and learning all these other languages on the side. Like, dang. Oh, I have to shoot the box. That would help. I'm just talking languages, sorry. I think this is interesting. You would love to learn Japanese? Well, hey, why not? You know, like, pick up a textbook, look up some videos online, you know, even download Duolingo. Their Japanese program has gotten better. It used to be non-existent for a long time, and then it used to be really bare bones, like it wouldn't even teach you kanji. And it's better. It's still lacking. I remember I learned from other Duolingo users back in the infancy of its Japanese program that a good way to learn kanji was actually to switch from Japanese for English speakers to English for Japanese speakers, because that course actually did use kanji. Have a good one, Boogie. Good luck with work. Oh, I should have shot those balloons. Too busy reading chat. Nah. See ya. Oh, that's it? No more octolings. And I have to look around and make sure there's nothing cool here. I mean, I'm sure I've barreled past lots of cool things already, but I'm half reading chat. Give me a break. Pew, pew, pew. Sometimes it's enough to hear me speak on them. My voice is pleasing, so you like having me on in the background if you're lurking. Well, thank you! Aw, you're too far away for me to shoot. What am I doing? It reminds me, and maybe it's like a self-indulgent or silly thing to contemplate, but I've had other people say that they find my voice soothing. And I wonder if it wouldn't be an interesting experiment or project to do a couple, not streams exactly, but like recordings, video series of games, where it's just me reading the dialogue, so I don't stream it live, I'm not reading a chat. So it's strictly focusing on the game, and thus more of a storybook experience. I have to find a good game for that, though. Again, maybe that's too self-indulgent a project. I don't know. Oh, thank you. There are a lot of Koreans at your high school, so you knew some Korean phrases, but not a lot. Your first and only semester of Spanish, they had trouble understanding the English, so you spent most of your time trying to help them. I like that, though, that you're sort of coming together across language barriers and working together. I think that's cool. I had said Korean coworker teach me a few phrases. It was so long ago, and of course I don't have cause to use them, so I don't remember any of them, unfortunately. I've heard it's a language similar to Japanese, though, in that they're both built on... I'm going to forget the technical terms for all of this now, but essentially characters that convey syllables, like kana in Japanese. So it's sort of learning this basic alphabet. And like Japanese, the pronunciation is pretty simple. I might be getting that wrong, though. I know very little about Korean as a language, regrettably. A visual novel could be good. I wonder what would be a good candidate. Alright, those are switches. I gotta hit those. There's a video on YouTube that teaches you how to read Korean in 5 minutes. It's pretty cool. It teaches you ways to memorize the letters. I like interesting mnemonics for remembering things like that. I have some weird ones for kanji and kana. That I don't know if I could think of any off the top of my head that I could describe verbally and also not sound like a complete weenie, but then you've already heard about like Dinky Dragon and Danny Dinosaur, so how much more of a weenie could I sound like? Really, not much. Why am I getting this ticket? I mean, I'm not gonna use it, but it's here and it's bothering me. Like, okay, the character for cha, which is the character for tea, to me always looks like a guy wearing a hat. Particularly one of those, I don't know the name of them off the top of my head, sort of like the conical hats you would see in like Vietnam and whatnot, like workers in rice fields would wear. But that's what I think of when I see the character Chop for T. Looks like a guy in a hat. There's some other goobier ones, but I don't know if I could adequately explain them. Stop that. I'm charging here. But yeah, a visual novel's a good idea. I don't know what would be a good candidate, though. It's not a genre I play very often, because I find I get bored, restless, I don't know. It's hard for a visual novel to keep me engaged. Although I did really like Valhalla, VA-11 Hull-A, if you want to write that out properly. But I think because the bartending mechanic made it engaging enough that it held my attention. And like there weren't branching paths for the most part, except for like little Easter eggs. Not Easter eggs, like little fun short scenes. So it wasn't sort of the completionist in me warring with someone very impatient. Okay, I gotta go all the way back to the beginning for that to use the key. I wouldn't use that one as a candidate though, because there's too many swears for my channel's brand. But I like Valhalla. That was a good visual novel. I just went past the thing. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. What visual novels do I have on my computer? I don't have it on my computer, but I mean, there's like the Ace Attorney series. I do like the Ace Attorney series. It's down here. Holy smokes. Just ran past it. I have Hatoful Boyfriend. I can't say flipping and shoot because it would diminish the impact of some of the funny lines in the game. It's like they don't have the same cadence as their, let's say, non-PG counterparts. It just wouldn't be the same. I don't think Hatoful Boyfriend has any like really strong language in it though. I think the latest research has produced startling revelations about Inkling Ink. Once thought to simply disappear after a while, Inkling Ink is actually rapidly disintegrated by airborne microbes. Oh. Well, I'm sure that's fine. I like that weird ink bladder organ they've got going on. And like, I assume the Inkling being X-rayed has their mouth just wide open like, ma. But it's also terrifying to contemplate their teeth, their beak just go all the way back that far. Okay, let me see the map. I'm assuming that middle section is the boss area. Is there something like a little south of me? So I've got, is there one here? I kind of went past that area earlier. Is that a squid who's a kid? A squid and a kid who's a squid. What a kid. Remember those commercials? You're a kid now, you're a squid now, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're... Yeah, that was something. It was very 90s. It's like the best I can say. It was a very 90s feeling commercial. How during your blind playthroughs of the Danganronpa games, you would self-censor yourself by saying flip instead of the F word, B instead of the B word. Did you find it awkward doing that for Danganronpa? I know for me there's a couple moments that I just feel I wouldn't be able to do that for, because it just wouldn't feel right. Is the charger the best weapon for this? Aim. I get splatted. Aim. There we go. Holy smokes. Oh, thank you, Nando. Have a good night. Wait. Buenas noches? That's like good night, right? I don't want to say like good evening instead of buenas noches or good night, since those aren't quite the same thing. Oh, welcome back. What did you miss? A lot of talking about language, mostly. me getting distracted while talking about language, that's basically part of the course. Oh, there's another one up there. And she can do what she wants. Buenos noches is good night. Okay. Well, that answers that. It's like in French saying, bonne nuit, good night, versus, no, I can't think of how to say good evening. It's bugging me. I just can't remember. Well, bad Canadian right here. Forgot all of her French. Unsurprising. Bonsoir! That was it. Bonsoir! Oh, and then did you bring a light beats me to it. I guess we had the revelation simultaneously. And French is fun to speak, even if I can't do it very well, just because making the sounds is difficult. Oh, you knew? It's still good, though. Up. I should, like, look for the sunken scroll on my Sardinia. Ugh, come on, aim. Aim. There. Jeez. Hello. I'm out here, I can't get you. I'm so lonely up here. Okay, fine. Be that way. Let's get some distance here. There we go. Where is the sunken scroll on this one? Do you remember off the top of your head? Because I don't. I don't really want to spend forever trying to hunt it down. Oh no, ink tonight. I don't have any ink. Where'd you go? Oh, it's you. I like that in this Splatoon 2 they all use different weapons now, as opposed to just the octo shot. Aim. Aim. Ugh. Hang on, I'm gonna get splatted trying to get rid of this one elite octo trooper because it's annoying me. I know, pro streamer, right? Pro streamer who, to be fair, is very tired and is still feeling kind of sick after having to self-administer an injection earlier. It's a long needle. I don't want to get into too much detail in case anybody listening has a phobia of that kind of thing, but it's painful. It's not here, is it? No. Curling bombs. Ugh. No, I don't want to spend too much time looking for it. Let's take a try up here. It's not like submerged in the ink somewhere, is it? No. Given your relatively low swear commentary style, the self-censoring wasn't bad for you, although you did drop one of your very few F-bombs during one of Hyoko's free time events. Well, Hyoko is the worst Danganronpa character. Don't at me, you know it's true. Maybe Hyoko has some die-hard fans out there. You know, that's okay. But for me, I can't do it. She's just so remorselessly unpleasant. And I don't like the character trope of, like, a horrible little girl that gets away with stuff simply by virtue of, oh, I'm a cute little girl, you can't charge me with anything. You know? If that makes sense. Oh, what's a ticket? That's not what I want. Oh, whatever. You know what? Heck with it. It's just... It's not this big one by their spawn, is it? If it isn't, whatever, I'm out. I'm out. Well, it's Sardinium. I'll take it. I spent a lot longer on this stage than I wanted to. Nope. Just out. No idea why you would design a character that way, right? I don't know, some people find it cute. And not even unlikable in a good way. Now where's the last one? Where have I not been? Something like there, right? That platform just looked suspicious. Hi, Marie. Check obvious secret spots. I don't think they'd be good secret spots if they were obvious, right? Whoa. Yeah, it feels like there should be something up here, but there isn't. I feel so cheated. There isn't something like past the boss arena or boss stage, is there? I'll have a good one. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it, even though I'm not playing very well tonight, and I'm just, like, rambling. That's okay. This is therapeutic for me in a way. After my terrible past couple of days. Yeah, I don't think it's down here. Is it? No. This is just leading me uselessly to the boss arena. Let me just jump back here. Yeah, because there's nothing over on the left side. It feels like there should be something. Oh, I just walked past it. It was right here and I went by it. Man, I'm so sorry to anyone watching this recording who's probably shaking their head at me in disgust. It's okay, I'm shaking my head at me in disgust too. Ugh. The obvious secret spot. This is what, like, my last few days have been. Just bad, disoriented. What is in those jars? I go past things too quickly because I worry about keeping things moving, but I just want to appreciate the background details sometimes. Like, they put a lot of care and attention in designing these environments. All these things. Where are you going? Just give up. Accept your demise. Well, it's not so bad if my failures are turned into, like, B-grade dad jokes. I'll take it. I should use dualies more often. It's satisfying getting a shot lined up. My secret to dualies, because I played a fair bit of ranked with, actually the Tetra dualies. Is only roll as much as you need to. I see a lot of people rolling too much, and it's harder to maintain aim on a target if you're always scooting around everywhere wildly. We are the same person. What, you used Tetra dualies a lot for ranked? I know you played this. Well, I mean, I had an idea because you talked about, you know, backseating and whatnot before. I guess I've just never played with you, so it doesn't stick in my brain. Are we the same person? I don't think you want to be me, though, unless you want to be perpetually tired and very distracted all the time. All the time. Like, how do people get things done, honestly? So satisfying making things pop. Oh yeah, you're more than welcome to play with me. My Switch friend code is on my Twitter profile. A link to my Twitter should be just beneath this element on Twitch. It's at Moriarty Switch. Gosh, I made that account initially just to be my like screenshot and video capture feed. For my Switch, you know, I didn't intend to use it as a proper Twitter account, but then I started retweeting art and whatnot and streaming on the regular, so that just sort of became my primary account. Even if the name isn't, you know, Moriarty's the name I use in my main Switch account, but, you know, it's not Miss Morri. Remind you not to invite me to a party with lots of balloons. I wouldn't destroy them all. I mean, it's popping the octolings that is satisfying. Popping just regular balloons, not satisfying. Kind of terrifying. Okay, maybe terrifying isn't exactly the word I would use, but... Are you stuck behind that? Oh. I thought they were gonna stay stuck behind the crate. I could throw a bomb down there. There we go. There's this, too. Where are you going? Where are you going? There we go. But the best party game to play with balloons is the one where you try and keep one airborne for as long as possible. Do I support balloon genocide? No! They have done nothing wrong. And they don't make a satisfying pop when you burst them. It's only the Octarians. I'm glad I did not roll off into the abyss. That would have been a little silly. Is the audio muffled now for anyone else? Yeah, I hope not. Doesn't look like I'm dropping frames. Oh, there's so many of them. I like the little balloons tethered to their back. Like if there were little children at an amusement park and you tied a balloon to your toddler so you wouldn't lose them. In theory. Is this why I support balloon genocide if they aren't satisfying to pop? No. Only if they were satisfying to pop. I still wouldn't support it. That's just a waste. It'd be ruining somebody's birthday party for sure. Ow. The game itself sounds like it's in a fishbowl of sorts. Really? I don't like clowns. Oh, helium? I am ambivalent to clowns. Well, I don't know. I don't have a fondness for them, but I don't have a pathological fear of them like some people do. Coulrophobia, I think is the word for it, the technical term. It's interesting that it's a not uncommon fear, like the fear of clowns. I wonder why that is. Like if there's something about their makeup that just sort of triggers that uncanny valley feeling in people. That took entirely too long to achieve. Jeez. Whatever. Oh, what? Tie balloons to toddlers so they fly off? That's plan B. It's like the reverse of what happened to Mallow in Super Mario RPG. But instead of a baby floating down from the clouds, it's one floating up to the clouds. Your problem now. Still present. Odd. Does the game audio sound wonky to anyone else? I don't think I would have jostled my capture card because it's all the way in the back. Sounds good? Okay. Major changes to regulations by the powers that be have led to a call for the complete replacement and overhaul of all special weapons. Designers and manufacturers are struggling to comply with this new regulation. RIP Inkzuka. RIP Ink Strike. RIP Killer Whale. RIP Point Sensor, kind of. That one was really powerful. I like the wedding ring on the Inkzuka in the bottom right there. I know they got rid of all the original special weapons because they found they were too powerful and that they would too easily change the tide of a match, which they wanted to avoid. So they made things that were still decently effective, but not as game-breaking as previous special weapons. I know, darn laws. Yeah, like ink armor, as opposed to the bubbler. Oh, I have to... Hang on. I'm too far away now. Good. Didn't even notice these things are here because I was too busy yammering. There we go. I don't think there's a preferred weapon for this boss. I guess we'll find out what it gives me. Lips for days! I think ink armor definitely has its uses, but it's less frustrating to contend with than the bubbler. Although the ink armor has never led me to getting... Actually, no, it has led me to getting pushed off the stage, but not like the bubbler. Bush. Oh, I forgot to get curling bombs. Whatever. I don't know if I should wah. 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 I'm back! This is a boss from the first Splatoon. Hence the fanfare. Look at it. It's the little legs. Beautiful. Pew! That's right, he's the first boss. And he's got, like, padding now? And I brought this sweet new coat! You think he'll return for Splatoon 3? That would be interesting if so. Don't do that, please. On the wrong side of him. Come on, I gotta get your face. I gotta get at your face. Let me at your beautiful face, please. There we go. Our Octo Oven 2. This time it bakes cookies. Oh no! Ah, heck. I love it when I do that. What is that floating in the background? It's like a drywall ice cream cone. This dude just grew 2 more faces! He's beautiful. Ah, nuts. I mistimed that. Shameful. There we go. That's better. Come on. There we go. Very nice. Where did your faces go? Oh, that's so horrible. Were they sentient? They have their own thoughts? What have I done? There we go. Whee! No, your beautiful legs. Super Mario Odyssey uses sound effects from this game, really? Can you think of which ones off the top of your head? Give me that. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think the dev teams are the same, maybe. I know this is the Animal Crossing devs. Agent 4, I want to thank you again for all you've done so far. I think it's time I told you about my other purpose in asking for your help. When we met, I told you I was searching for the great Zapfish. But I'm afraid that's not the whole story. You see, even more than the great Zapfish, I want to find my cousin Callie. She vanished on the same day as the great Zapfish. Wait, you already knew? Cool. So anyway, I'm Agent 2 of the new Squidbeak Splatoon, and Callie is Agent 1. Then there's Agent 3, who's currently out with our grandpa, Captain Cuttlefish. They won't be back for a while. I was supposed to be protecting Inkopolis while the captain was away, but then... Callie, the great Zapfish. Sorry I didn't tell you sooner. We'd be totally sunk without you, Agent 4. I know we'll find Callie if we keep looking. Think you can see this thing through? Leave? No. Leave now! Huh? Who's there? If you get in our way, Agent 4 will mess you up. Weird. Who's hijacking our frequency? So rude. The text dialogue, speed up sound, and also air replenishing. Huh. Okay, let's press onwards. What time is it? I could do a little bit more, and then I should call it an evening. I streamed for longer than I thought I would. Honestly, I thought I'd be feeling too sick to stream at all today after my injection. But no, I'm okay. Slime Skin Garrison, what a name. Should I say inkjected? No, I should not say inkjected. Do I check my recorded videos before uploading YouTube? Yes, I do. I don't always watch the whole thing though, but I do try and observe, and I try and make notes of things like, oh, the volume could be better, or, you know, I need to do these things better. Sometimes I'm just embarrassed by playing poorly. I feel bad because I think I'm pretty good at Splatoon. I played a lot of Splatoon, but I noticed I play a lot worse while streaming. Well, I play most games worse while streaming, but I think, oh, that's true for any streamer. Like, if you've not tried to stream yourself, then it might not seem so bad, but if you're playing a game while also trying to engage an audience and your attention is split in multiple directions, and not just that, but you're trying to provide thoughtful air quotes commentary, it gets tricky. So I'm not as coherent. You know, it's interesting that if I go back, and I rarely like listen to my old stream just because I'm embarrassed of myself, but sometimes I'll listen to one from like months ago, so I don't remember a lot of it, but then I'll hear myself say something and I'll think, oh, here's a joke I could make about it, and then past me makes the same joke. I'm like, of course, same hat, something's never changed. Although sometimes when I watch a previous stream, I think, man, I should have made a joke about such and such, and I didn't. Wasted opportunity. Failure. I don't know how people who stream full-time manage it. Like, several hours a day, multiple days a week. And, like, it's not... I know some people feel that, oh, this is a viable career, I'm gonna hustle and make lots of money for it, but I think the overwhelming majority of people who stream don't make very little to no money off of it. And, like, you're always trying to, you know, check analytics, and, like, you're always fussing about your numbers, so I've heard. And it just seems, like, so stressful that I wouldn't have fun doing it. I love how those pop. I think I need to be up here for the sunken scroll, and I'm just sitting back, observing how nice it is when they explode like a water balloon, even though they look like they're made of sturdier stuff than that. Note, okay, 1:25:06, note the time in the video. Listen and see if the audio gets muffled. I will. I don't think you're insane, at least not about the audio of the video. It's good to try and nip those things in the bud. That's the other thing one has to expect when streaming, is technical difficulties. So many technical difficulties, and I feel so mortified when they happen to me, even though, like, if I see them happening to other streamers, I just think, hey, don't worry about it. You know, I still support you. It takes more work than people care to do. Streaming? Yeah, I think there's that too. Like, some people might go into it not realizing just the demands on your time. Like, I just do this a few hours a week as a hobby for fun. And I said before, but I'm really grateful to have an audience. Especially because, again, I don't advertise. So people word of mouth and just finding my channel means a lot to me. Now hiring egg collectors. No experience required. All ages and backgrounds welcome. A fun way to make some quick G. Grab a friend and join up together. I love like the fake commercials and propaganda posters they've done for Grizzco. I hope we get more Grizzco lore in Splatoon 3. 5 more Zappish to go. I've also seen, I saw a post on Twitter a ways back, someone mentioning that they've seen like people who really want to be VTubers specifically, and people would be like spending huge amounts of money commissioning avatars, and like getting a VTuber avatar, to my knowledge, is extremely expensive because it's not just like the design. Because like if you don't do a design yourself, you'd have to commission someone to design it. You'd have to have someone draw it, and you'd have to have someone rig your model too. So doing that's all really pricey. Which I'm not saying it shouldn't be, because that's all really time-consuming and very difficult to do. But it's that people would be putting a lot of money into these VTuber commissions that they couldn't necessarily afford and that they've never streamed before. You know, so people would be putting a lot of money into this venture, and it might turn out that, oh, I hate streaming, actually. How did I get mine? I made it! So this and Paper Morri are all my own handiwork. All of my assets that I've used, like all artwork and stuff, is all my own doing. I still really want to update this avatar that I'm using right now. I don't think I'd consider myself a VTuber exactly, because I only use the avatar occasionally for fun. I don't want to pull it out for any games that are heavily story-based, because I feel like it would be distracting. Can you slow down? Thanks. There we go. You'd love a Theta model? I mean, that'd be cool. You'd have to scrounge up a lot of money for it, though. You don't F with VTubers, so you don't really care about the process. A lot of them, it's a concept I think is neat. That, you know, you can kind of perform in a different way without having to show your actual face. And I know I've read articles where people talk about, they sort of like getting the more personalized stream with an avatar, but they don't have to worry about face cam, they don't have to worry about lighting or doing makeup or looking presentable. But I know some people find it distracting, and I know for me there's not really a lot of streamers that I watch on a regular basis. Usually I just check out recordings, because I find a lot of streamers are very loud in a way that I find unpleasant. Like, I don't like people who shout and scream a lot. I know a lot of popular VTubers are very loud. Oops. Oh, okay. Just a gentle bonk. And that's not a knock on them, but it's just my own personal preference. You like when people incorporate models that are really weird? You follow a streamer whose primary model is a little white dog in a rice bowl. You know what? I know what model. I think I know what model you're talking about. It's if you use a program called VTube Studio, which is what I actually use for Paper Morri, because that's a program that lets you use live 2D avatars. One of the default models it comes with is a little white dog in a rice bowl. So it has like a few default models that you can use. I don't think you need, like, I don't think there's any rules about you using them for monetized content or anything. But yeah, I know VTubers as a whole is very polarizing for some people. But mostly, again, my concern is what I was like reading about in that thread was people spending so much money, and a lot of the time, like, money they can't afford to have like a model commissioned when, you know, they've never streamed before and they don't even know if it's something they would enjoy or not. careful at the jump. Ooh, I had it, and then I lost it, and I had it, and I lost it again. Very good. I think so. I think it's a default model. Uh-oh, get up there, get up there. There we go. You know what gets me too? I don't know how to phrase it exactly in a way that doesn't sound mean, because I don't mean it to sound mean. But again, sort of like commissioning models when one has never streamed before and doesn't even know if one would have a taste for it. But people who... Not that there's anything wrong with hyping up your VTuber pre-debut, because I mean, you gotta build an audience, but it's things like already deciding what you're gonna call your fans, and here's my fan art tag, and I gotta know, like, it's... You gotta lay, I think, more groundwork first before doing all that, but, you know, each their own. And I think, you know, whatever system you go through, it just feels like getting ahead of oneself. You know, like you gotta stream first and see if you like it before diving into the deep end. Because then I feel like you're just gonna stress yourself out otherwise, right? If you make all these plans and then things don't go the way you were hoping. Am I articulating myself well? I might not be, but that's okay. Or at least maybe it's okay. I don't know. You just hate anime? I mean, you don't have to be anime-style VTuber. I know there's ones out there that don't use an anime art style. You could do a realistic-looking one, although I think the less cartoony your model is, the more likely it might look unsettling when animated in live 2D. You once said we're the Morri's misses. I don't know if people want to feel like mistakes, though. I cherish everyone. Get a cheap model first? Yeah, I mean, one can do that. But I think, like, you know, just try streaming out beforehand. See if it suits you. You know, because you're talking for several hours, you know, you gotta find something that works for you first. But, I mean, I'm just talking out of my backside here, since I just do this for fun as an amateur. And upgrade when it becomes profitable. Yeah, that's a good idea. But I can understand why people would think like, oh, I gotta get a model now, otherwise I'm gonna miss the boat. Because it feels like there's, you know, so many VTubers out there. Like it's so, like such a competitive field. Can I call it a field? I don't really watch much streamers. I'll see clips of like the odd VTuber sometimes on my YouTube channel, and I saw one from Takanashi Kiara from HoloLive a little while ago, where she talked about sort of like she talked about people and tempering their expectations because people have ideas in their head of what being a VTuber is like. And she talked about how like there's so many streamers out there that, you know, do great gameplay, great commentary, or just really like fun and engaging and put out good content, but they have, you know, no viewers because so much of it is just based on luck. You know, and that if you're trying to chase the algorithm, you're going to wind up stressing yourself out. And she talked about, you know, even working for a big company like HoloLive, it's still really stressful. Success isn't guaranteed. I don't know, I don't really see any of her content, but I respected her for, I've seen bits of her just doing some good real talk. She seems like a cool phoenix. Yeah, like building an audience before investing a lot of time and money into a channel. But again, I'm just talking out my backside, so grain of salt. I am an amateur. Is there anything else? There's this box. I don't know if there's anything you need in it. Oh, wait. I see that box down there. Can't hide your boxes from me. Probably missed so many boxes this playthrough, but hey, I'm half distracted. Can you blame me? Maybe a little bit. Aha, nice. don't think there's anything good in this one, is there? Oh, it's just a ticket. I don't need the ticket. Kiara is your favorite Hollow Girl? I'm impressed because she's Austrian, yeah, so she speaks German fluently, and English fluently, and Japanese fluently. Like, that's so cool. Plus, I think it's really neat how she sort of works to help bridge the gap between Japanese Hololive and Hollow EN. I guess it just makes me think of how earlier I was thinking about I wish I had the ability to seamlessly break out in any language and speak to customers in it. You know, like that coworker of mine who saw someone who was struggling to order in English but was able to engage with them in their native tongue and make them feel more comfortable. Oh, I need more egg. Ugh. Give me that. Oh, big boys. I don't think they're in range for me to shoot them yet. Yeah, I don't really watch them out of habit, just because I don't have a lot of time. I like streams I can leave on in the background that are fairly chill. The key is finding your niche and then working from there. Plus, it adds a sense of character development as you and others watch you grow and improve. Yeah, it's finding that niche, though, that can be hard. I know some people just stick with, like, one game. Or you have people like me that play whatever. This appears to be a painting from the Middle Ages. It depicts a great migration of salmon said to occur once every 70 years. I want to see what salmon would look like when they're not migrating. Because if they're anything like actual, real-life salmon, then they must look starkly different when it's not migration and mating season. You actually disliked Kiara at first, really? Sorry, Marie. And I haven't really seen much of her or any of the others' content. I just see, like, clips. Yeah, like Zarthwomp said. Clip videos. But the little I've seen of Kiara, you know, I respect how honest and open she is. And, you know, being multilingual is really cool. Alright, Brella. Boy, when this came out, as soon as I could, I cleared all of the stages with the hero Brella so I could use it in multiplayer. And this was before the hero or like the Brella period as a weapon was available to use in the single player mode. Or sorry, not single, multiplayer. So I thought, I'm going to unlock the hero Brella through single player mode. And I get to use it in turf and look really cool and impress people. But then Sheldon's like, no, sorry, this isn't authorized for use in turf war yet. Ugh. Sucks. I don't actually like this stage, though. This stage is kind of tedious. But I really wanted to unlock the umbrella early because an attack umbrella is just totally my aesthetic. Oh, I'm not close enough. There we go. Yachty! Kiara gives the worst first impression, but the clips of her are so good. And I haven't really seen much. What are you two doing here? No, I can't shoot you. You're too far away. Why would you want to, like, act out of self-preservation or something? That's weird. Who does that? Let's get back on here. Move this down. There we go. Right on the big boy. I also hope that me occasionally using a model like this is not too off-putting. I know it was polarizing when I first brought it out. Oh, that. Okay, now I have to wait for it to come back a little. Here we go. No, you don't have to go over there, I guess. I can get up here on my own. Imagine being alive. I can't. I'm sorry. I have a very overactive imagination, but even I have my limits. Wee. Easy. Being alive, easy. I don't know about that. I found it pretty tough, personally. Can you stop? I like how the games like use the umbrella as a shield, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna run past everything. Hello, Zedek. I do use a capture card. I am using an Elgato capture card at the moment, and I'm actually playing like directly from the capture feed, so I am not getting any lag, which is great. They are a little pricey though, but I've found it's been a good card without any issues. And this was what worked for me the best. I did some research, quite a lot of research on the internet before purchasing this one. So if you're looking for a capture card, that's what I'm using. Yeah, this level is not a good level. It's just tedious. My model made you a bit uneasy at first, but you got used to it. Well, I'm glad you got used to it, but, you know, there's something funny to me about my model making people feel uneasy when I feel like I don't think I'm intimidating. Oh. Hello. Bye. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Is there, like, something beneath this? Aha! Except I didn't see where that change actually occurred. Oh, I see that up there. I don't know how to get that, though. Oh well, I'll take this. How much was it? Ooh, I can't remember off the top of my head. I saved a bit. I think it was around $200. So I had saved up a bit to get it. I think a good capture card would probably cost a pretty penny, though. I know there's cheaper ones in the market. I don't know how well they would function and if they would let you play using the feed right off the device, or if there would be capture lag. So something you'd probably have to do research on, depending on your budget and what you want to do with it. I don't have to shoot these things, but it's a matter of principle. That Sardinium, though. I'll take that. I need to go that way. What I need to do, speaking of niches, I should go back and do another story-based game. Because I have a lot of fun doing voices. Okay, I hit that. I should... Okay, it makes this go up. Okay, I should figure out where I'm going first. Oh, and then I chickened out. Wait, is that where the ledge is? Okay. There we go. No. When I've gone back and cleared other levels in the single-player campaign to unlock other hero replica weapons for multiplayer, this is one of the levels I would dread. It's tedious. No, I can't reach. I know, I don't even voice anything in this game. It's like I'm betraying my niche. Catherine is on sale, that's true, but you see how well I do with puzzles where I have to plan... Well, I don't know if you see that specifically, but trying to plan multiple moves in advance. Imagine doing this with the ink brush, ugh. And I love the ink brush. Like, that's how I got to X rank. What's the ink brush? Don't miss Problem Solve Studying with Morri on SBS this Thursday night and every week thereafter at 2500 sharp. Tune in for a few study tips and a whole lot of procrastination. Well, it's like a little radio show. That's cute. Would I prefer something I can play on Switch or Steam? Like for a game I can voice, you mean? Either or. I mean, the one benefit to something, say on Steam, is that I don't have to deal with Joy-Con drift. There's been a few instances while playing Splatoon that my Joy-Cons have gotten a little wacky, but nothing tonight. Knock on wood. Like, instead of emulating something. That is, my preference is to play something legitimately versus emulating something, but sometimes it's just easier or more practical. I did actually pick up a copy of Donut County, which was on sale, and I've heard good things about it, that it would be a short, fun, cute game. Something I could maybe do on a Friday night, because I think it only takes a couple hours. So that might be a nice change of pace, because I'll probably do other games while I'm doing Splatoon here. Because I do want to do the Octo expansion content as well. That would be a lot of streams, so I want to break up the pacing a little bit. I'm always curious to hear what other people might be interested in me streaming too. Again, no promises and all that. You are behind me. Don't do that. Oh, there's a sniper over there. Oh, it's just like playing Morri Towers in multiplayer. You leaders tormenting me, no matter where I go. Please don't shoot me. Oh no! No! Oh man, I was gonna get to the cannon so I could get rid of those snipers that were annoying me. But I flubbed the jump. Very good. Very coordinated, very skillful. I'm so sad right now. Whatever. Alright, let myself get hit again. Excuse me. Okay. Sprinkler. Sprinkler. That's the sensible thing. Use the Bro Canopy. It's training. Octo expansion does this too with ranked. I miss ranked. Like, I've got Splat Zones is at X, and everything else is at least S+1. But after I got to X rank, I kind of stopped playing ranked mode because, like I had to replace my Joy-Con recently. Well, I say recently. This is when I got an X rank, and it was already starting to show signs of drift, and that's not something I want to have happen while I'm trying to do X rank. Custom Robo on the GameCube is very story-focused that you have a great amount of nostalgia for. I have heard of the Custom Robo series. I've not played them personally. That could be a fun one. I've heard good stuff about them. The Custom Robo is amazing. Well, there you go. Weenie. Well, I just kind of barreled into a lot of stuff for that, but it's fine. I think I'm going to do one more level, and then I should call it an evening. I gotta rest up more. I think it would be a better level if I didn't have this inherent distaste for Morri Towers and chargers on Morri Towers. Ugh. Up. Morri Towers. Even if they named them after me, I'd still hate them. Probably hate them even more because I would think, oh, how self-aggrandizing. Don't name a level after me. So good at God and Smash. I know! It's like, why would you put in Morri Towers? It's terrible. Nobody likes Morri Tower. Evidently some people like Morri Towers. I don't like this level either. It's another kind of tedious one. What a good one to end the stream on. But hey, it's better than like starting the stream on this level. I do actually like the blaster though. I know it's not a weapon that many people are fond of. But I like it. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like this level either. Ooh, that's not where I wanted to be. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Time to vacate to another stream. Wait, take me with you. Yeah, okay, don't stand in those while they move. Good. Good. I want that. Can I make that jump? Yeah, we're good. Cool. Another Metroid 2 remake has multiplayer now? Really? Okay, how does it work exactly? I would love it if it had, say, multiplayer like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, where you're not tethered to one another, that you can just go wherever you want in the game world. I thought Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is such a cool concept for multiplayer that I kind of wish more games had followed suit. Like, you're not tethered to player one, you can go wherever, but you can use your cell phones to call for help and summon other players to your location if you so choose. Oh, one player is the SAX. It is like that. Oh, heck yeah. That's such good game design. Thank you, developers of another Metroid 2 remake. Even though I have not personally played your game yet. I think that's so cool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Definitely bedtime for me after this. Oh, do I have to reactivate? Oh, I do. I do. Okay. Well, nice of these fellows to just calmly wait for me to come over to them before shooting me in the back. I appreciate the restraint. Okay, don't look at chat while I'm, like, navigating narrow platformers. I say, as I do it anyway. Blah. There we go. But yeah, I'd like to play it at some point. Time, attention span. You know how it is. Mostly when I have some free time, it's still me working away on Persona 4. I got to play a little more today. Getting there. One thing I like about the protagonist in Persona 4, or at least maybe it's because all my stats are maxed, but I can, like, he's so confident in social situations. And I don't want to spoil any, like, individual scenes, even if they're, you know, for comedy. They're not plot related. I don't want to spoil them, because that would be hypocritical, but I can just make my main character do stuff with the utmost confidence. And I think that's really funny. It's not multiplayer in a Metroid game until people start spamming the Morph Ball bombs. Okay, do I actually want to get both of them in tandem? Okay, yeah, like that. I want that. But I don't remember how to get it. If something allures it or not. Well, whatever, let's just... Oh. Well, that didn't work. There. Okay. Did that move the thing I wanted to move so I can get the sunken scroll? Yes, where did it go? Oh, it's down over there. Okay. Yeah, very good. Very good. Took me a second, but we got there. Okay, getting there. Almost done with this level. This long, terrible level. This is another one I dread when completing single-player stages with all the weapons. Just doing the stage again, because it's so slow. I've got all these power eggs. I gotta get those curling bombs. I had to pop the balloons. I had to. It would haunt me if I didn't. No, I do not advocate for balloon genocide. Gotta preempt any accusations. Okay. Oh. They're so cute! And then I just blow them up. I'm sorry. It's just that satisfying pop. One thing the Splatoon devs did a lot of things right, in my mind, but one of the things they should really be praised for, and in stark contrast to the last game I played, the sound design in this game is excellent. Not just the music, but the sound effects. Like, you know when you do damage to something, it feels satisfying in a way that I've never really found it. In a way, shooters to be... I'm gonna get blown up. Yep. Okay. Time to do this the right way and not just stick my face in it. There we go. That's the sensible way. Now you know how it feels. Yeah, I'm used to like the immediacy of a Goomba stomp, so when I've tried playing shooters in the past, they've always felt really unsatisfying. But Splatoon, you know when you hit something. It feels good. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. Come on. Open. Okay. Okay, big cube, big cube, big cube. Alright, one of the squeegees. Let's go, little buddy. I think there's like a side area I can go to for like a bunch of power eggs, but I don't really want to. Oh my, Squeegee-Con! Pop, pop. I said pop, there we go. Squeegees are stealing my kills. Knowing when you hit something is why you prefer punches. I assume you mean in games and not in real life. Maybe. Oh, thank you for clipping that. Sorry, I tend to make some noises when I flub up in games. But hey, it's more novel than somebody yelling, right? Like yelling, but softly. Wow. Maybe I should do the boss fight before calling it an evening. That would be the smarter thing to do. Salmonids are known to keep their weapons in tip-top shape. The frying pans they wield have often been passed down from generation to generation. You can see the unwavering pride of these fierce warriors in their somewhat crazed eyes. Just one more level. Just one more level. What do you mean it's 2 in the morning? Okay. No, that's not what I want. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna buy some ding-dang curling bombs with my eggs. What are you doing with these eggs, Sheldon? Here we go. That's what I need. You know, I'm gonna take a bigger ink tank too. Very nice. You know, let's just max this out. Very nice. Sleep is for the weak and sane, and people who don't have to work at 5 in the morning. Unfortunately, I need to be at least partially conscious to do my job with a level of confidence that is required of me. Maybe. Uh-oh. Oh, that would have been tragic. Hang on, which way, Boss Kettle? I'm probably staring at up. Okay, that's the entrance. Am I staring at it? I've been just so distracted. Oh, it's over there. It's over there. Okay. Very good. Whoa, what's it gonna be? Oh, that's not it. No, that's the exit. Come on, I know I'm tired, but I can't be this turned around. Okay. It's up there. Wheeling. See, I'm tired enough that it took me a second to realize, oh, there's a grate that I'm just bonking my head against. Oh. This one. I won't spoil the boss, but boy, doing this one with other weapons sucks. Oh no, the duck! Wow. Cleanser of Inklings! No, I just had a shower. I'm good. Well, who else would it be targeting? Sheldon. That way. So nice to have this extra ink tank capacity. I like how it's keeping the duck on top of itself. That's talent. Why build these machines? I mean, I guess to deal with the Inkling menace, but it just seems like so much effort. Oh, right, it's shooting things at me. Guess I should dodge that. Trying to do this boss with the Octobrush is a nightmare. Oh good, it's the ones that dart around in midair. Perfect. I'm impressed they don't crash into one another though. It's like a flock of birds flying in perfect tandem with one another. Or a school of fish. Oh, that was a bad shot. Okay. No. Stop. No, don't do that. Come on. Ugh. So tedious. There we go. It's decent charging. Where's the fun in fighting your enemies if you can't build machines of destruction to completely decimate them? Yeah, are you, Dr. Eggman? Do I take damage if their ink gets some? Yes. Just by standing in their ink, I do take damage. But it can't kill me. This is bad for my health, though. So clearly I should keep doing it and torture myself. Too slow a runner to be Eggman. To be fair, I think most of us are, including Sonic the Hedgehog. Ah. Leave now and never look back! Are you holding the phone upside down? Ugh. I totally was. Callie? No, this is definitely not Callie. So just leave. It's dangerous here. And it's not safe at all. Don't those mean the same thing? Whatever. Just get out of here. I'm not calling again. Wait, don't go. Callie? Callie! I can't believe it. Could Callie really be working with the Octarians? Agent 4, I need your help now more than ever. You're not much of a talker, are you? Well, you're still here, so I'm going to keep telling you to do stuff. Let's go! Aw, please, I just finished shopping at Inkopolis Plaza, and I'm waiting for my mom to come pick me up. I don't know who you are or why I'm here. Eggman is only fast because his legs are 3 times longer than normal legs. Got those ostrich eggs. Okay, but for reals, I do need to call it an evening. I'm very tired, but thank you so much for sticking with me despite technical difficulties and just me being all clumsy tonight. Thank you. So I will catch you on Friday for probably more Splat or something. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great week. I will catch you next time. Bye-bye. And throw a bomb into the abyss. That is my goodbye for now.